Hello and welcome to A Decade Under the Influence, a little corner of the internet that reminds you when your favorite things turn 10.
Hello everybody, my name is Eric Nally, and we are Foxy Shazam.
Today we are talking about a band from Ohio, a place that I am familiar with because I have 7,000 relatives living in Ohio. Foxy Shazam is a band known for a lead singer who eats lit cigarettes, a band that's jumping up and down on their instruments, and for some of the catchiest dang songs that have come out of the Midwest. Is Ohio in the Midwest?
Yes, Ohio is in the Midwest.
This is A Decade Under the Influence. On April 13th, 2010, MySpace was still a place for friends and where you found new music, and Foxy Shazam released their self-titled third album. Originally planned to be called Au Contraire, the album was produced by one of my all-time favorite producers, John Feldman of Goldfinger fame, alongside Rob Cavallano, who had previously produced the albums American Idiot and The Black Parade, which were obviously massive successes. This past Saturday, Foxy Shazam was set to make their return to the stage, playing a concert in their hometown Cincinnati, but obviously, with rock and roll being on hiatus at this point, the show's been rescheduled to July 18th, so grab your tickets now and shine up your dancing shoes. So let's run through the track list. If you want to follow along, links to the streaming sites are in the description below, or support the band directly in their web store.
Me and Rob Zombie wrote this next song going 900 miles an hour in the back of a pickup truck.
When I think of barking dogs and music, I think of three things. I think of Jane's Addiction's Mountain Song. The Doggy Bounce from Flight of the Conchords.
Bounce, bounce, doggy bounce. Do the doggy bounce. Bounce, bounce, doggy bounce. Bounce, bounce. Do the doggy bounce.
And the intro to Foxy Shazam. It's an intro that totally sets up what this band is about to the first-time listener. Except maybe not, because they're not a band of barking dogs. After we let the dogs out, the horns come in, and this is the first album to feature trumpet player Alex Knopf, who completely crushes it and makes this entire album and band for me. Whenever I think of Foxy, I think of Sky playing his keyboard and Alex on the trumpet, and Eric and Daisy and the whole band, okay, whatever. So the horns really come into full force, leading into the proper first track, Bombs Away, before the soft piano coda takes us into the rest of the album.
You probably end up in heaven, and I'll be burning in hell.
This is my favorite song by Foxy Shazam. When I hear this song, I can picture Sky hitting the piano keys with this little finger gun technique that he would use during his live shows. And I used to host murder mystery parties back in the day and would make DVDs afterwards. And on one of my DVDs for Fairy Tale Murder, spoiler alert, it was Captain Hook, I did a highlight video that was set to this song. And to this day, it makes me laugh and smile like nothing else. The climax of the song, featuring Eric singing, "You'll probably end up in heaven and I'll be burning in hell." It's just fantastic. Count Me Out feels like it could fit right on 80s on 8 on Sirius XM, even if it was made in the 2010s. It is a high-energy post-breakup, pick-me-up jam, dealing with much more painful feelings than the grooving guitars lead you to believe. What a journey this song takes you on. It's such a build-up over its 4 minutes and leads into such a beautiful finish as the song chugs faster and faster with its tempo change in the middle. It's a theatrical song that defines the band's dynamic and tone. We need to remember the words of Eric Nally, now more than ever, because in these hard times, life is a bitch, but she's totally doable. Every album needs an anthem, and this is it for Foxy Shazam. If this song wasn't being used at high school sporting events or for WWE tag team entrance music back in the day, that's a complete waste. This just in, it appears that the song was used in the 2010 Super Bowl. I guess you could say when the Saints go marching into Foxy Shazam, even they are unstoppable. 5.5 songs into the record, and I have yet to hear a dip in perfection, and Second Floor keeps that trend going. It's another song that could have fit right in on a Monster Ballads 2 CD compilation, as the piano and vocals take center stage, giving you all the feels of floating on a cloud and not letting anything or anyone bring you down. Okay, this is the strongest song on the whole album, and what a beautiful story Old Lord tells. The horns announce a grand message is about to be presented to a boy named Julian. He's you, he's me, he's us. The delivery that Nally nails for the chorus continues to fill my arms with goosebumps a decade later. This song always takes me on a trip down memory lane to the handful of times I was able to see these guys live, and they are a band that will win over any room, regardless if it's full of fans or strangers by the time this song has left their jaws on the floor. Beatboxing, a gospel choir, and 808s. Foxy is no stranger to changing up the dynamic of their music, even in the middle of an album. If this song had gotten play on Top 40 radio, I believe it would have blown up, as it would fit right in between The Fray, Coldplay, and Snow Patrol. The song gets up in your face from the get-go. It's a song that could have been lifted from a Broadway musical about a gang of street toughs falling in love in the 1930s. Again, the horn section absolutely shines here and makes me wish that I had spent more time in band class learning songs like this. If Foxy was the band playing at my high school dance, this would have been the song that gave me the courage to get out of my seat and ask that girl to dance. It makes every fiber of my bones want to move with its energetic chorus before the horns signal the start of the biggest breakdown that a band that isn't metalcore can go into, as Eric begs to get a little bit louder now. I don't know why I'm Italian. Evil thoughts, take my mind. The slowest piece of music on the album, Evil Thoughts, is a piano and acoustic guitar-driven closing track that brings down your heart rate after it's been beating at full blast the past 39 minutes. And I'll admit, this was never a favorite song of mine. Reviewing it 10 years later, it's not as bad as I recall. You know, it's not the way that I would have ended the album, but it's not bad. It just feels a little bit out of place, and perhaps could have been better suited if played after Second Floor in the track listing. Foxy Shazam also had recorded 5 B-sides for this album, and until researching this, I had no idea they existed. You can find a few of these, however, on Spotify, so give them a listen. And that's gonna do it for Foxy Shazam's self-titled album. It's one of my favorite of the decade, definitely my favorite Foxy album, and I am very happy that they are gonna be back in our lives very soon. Hopefully more dates will follow the rescheduled Cincinnati date this summer, because I need to get Foxy, and I know you do too. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in a couple of days to talk about Circus Survive's Blue Sky Noise.